Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with a quick update video here with respect to the blog from yesterday, being the Road to Blue Marvel. In case you guys missed my last video, this is outlining essentially the Blue Marvel event, how it's getting released in the next 2 weeks, as well as what the entire event actually entails. Now, in the past, obviously, they already gave us the full breakdown of which nodes require which purple isolate level 4 and 5 respectively for the trait restrictions, but as well they did a really good job of giving us a breakdown summary table here of how each of the individual missions will have respective combat mods to benefit certain teams and whatnot too, right? But what was not really clear, unfortunately, from this blog post was whether or not this was going to be more of an event that's similar to, you know, how we do the Scourges or Dark Dimensions where progress is maintained, as opposed to, is it like a saga aspect where you can just do your one-shots, but you need to make sure that the team you bring in is able to successfully complete it, and then that gives you obviously the stars of completion. When one of your allies fall, you only get 2 stars. When 2 of your allies fall, you only get 1 star, and so forth. And obviously, if you guys have followed my channel, you'll know that with the sagas like Apocalypse and Age of X, you need to get the 3 stars to actually get through to the finish line, right? So that was a very important little point that was not made clear in respectively this blog post. I'm surprised it wasn't, but thankfully, guys, if you follow Dorky Dad as well, awesome content creator, he was able to reach out as an envoy to Pathfinder and get confirmation on that. So that's what I want to share with you guys today. So this is awesome. Just a little bit of a snippet here of what he was able to verify and then put on his video that he released yesterday as well. So just got confirmation that the combat is persistent. This means that you can slowly take nodes down over multiple attempts. Think of it like a Dark Dimension node. This is super important and something I touch on a lot in this video, as it does mean we don't have to build in the combat mod teams. We should eventually be able to slam our heads through the characters we want to bring, and then likely though we will still want to build at least some of the combat mod characters, as there are some great characters among those teams. So what does that entirely mean? Well, you know, some of these mods essentially benefit largely 3 teams, right? Being Insidious 6, Fantastic Four MCU, and Brimstone. So you're going to get the most value from having those 3. Having said that, because we got the confirmation now that essentially progress is going to be maintained, well, in reality, that means you can actually bring up almost any character or team combination of your choice. Obviously, some will be better than others. I do strongly feel like these bonuses are going to greatly benefit some of the value you've already had. For example, even if you look at missions 2 and 3, right, there's some passive bonuses for Fantastic Four where they're gaining ability energy on kill. So that can obviously be very, very massive if you're able to target some of the enemies. Having said that, do I think that's enough for just missions 2 and 3? Maybe not, because maybe you're like myself and you don't have a Thing and Human Torch built up as well, so you likely only have 3 of those respective members of Fantastic Four. So that means, you know, maybe we can slot in some other Brimstone, maybe we can bring in some Insidious 6 characters. That's what I would focus on, guys. But in the meantime as well, remember, any of those respective teams count as conquerors, right? So, you know, that's going to be, you know, finishing up here with chapter 2. We get extra value from them. In addition to that, there's also some passive bonuses being applied beyond just the Conqueror's node as well. So just something to be thinking about going forward here. But I do love that confirmation now, and it's pretty big for us to plan ahead, because basically giving us the go-ahead that any team is potentially viable. Just like in Dark Dimension, you can always get it done eventually, but there are better ways to get it done, right? So that's going to be kind of the sticking point of, you know, which teams work, which teams don't. And it's difficult to say right now because we don't know what those nodes exactly look like. We don't know what enemies are up, you know, specifically counter certain teams. Maybe there are some certain Conqueror teams that aren't really intended to thrive in those nodes as well. But again, in the meantime, guys, in my honest opinion right now, I still believe that Conquerors is the way to go, being these 3 teams. However, you know, there's some really powerful characters that we can utilize, especially in the non-traded sections like missions 1, missions 2, and I believe the last mission. So even just some of those mythic tunes like Xavier, if you have access to them, I mean, they just make sense, right? Like the best character in the game, and honestly, just having optimal value and the fact that they get significant bonuses from purple 4 and 5, you're just basically double dipping on essentially the value you've already kind of built up. So in my 2 cents anyways, but we'll have a further breakdown video of which characters I'm going to be building up. I just wanted to bring this information to you guys so you know that, you know, there is a pretty good decision here, at least in the meantime, that there's no wrong decision to make, but there are some better options that we can take advantage of. And obviously you want some of these characters to be probably brought up to Gear Tier 20 as well. That way you can dabble in both Age of X Saga as well as other Dark Dimensions going forward. So there you guys have it. Do let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Are you a fan? Are you not a fan? Are you pumped for Blue Marvel? Again, it's coming up really quickly here in 2 weeks. So definitely exciting times. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.